1 million users, that's often a huge benchmark for apps. And an app like Netflix, for example, took almost 3 years to get to 1 million users. But there was an app that was launched last year that actually got 1 million users in just 5 days. And that's the app that took the world by storm, which is ChatGPT. Today, we're going to talk about generative AI and AI for marketeers. So look forward to an amazing session and do watch till the end because I'm going to share some amazing tools that we're using at SocialBeat. Before we get into generative AI, I want to talk a bit about how AI has been in our lives as marketeers for a very, very long time. And if you look back at any of the large tools that we've been using, be it Google, be it Meta, be it Amazon, be it even Adobe and others, they have been using AI for a very, very long time. And I think the first time we started seeing the power of this was with the universal app campaigns that came out a few years ago. And today, I think we have a bunch of different formats, including Advantage Plus, including Performance Max, and the recently launched Demand Gen campaign type that Google has launched. And they're all powered by AI and how a combination of the right creatives to the right audience is actually making that magic actually happen. So my first recommendation to you is before you get into generative AI, see how you can actually use AI across the existing tools that you have, right? And be it right from using broad match types for your search campaigns, be it actually using responsive search ads, be it being able to use Advantage Plus on Meta to actually let the platform decide who to show what creatives to. AI is here and you have to make it work for the existing tools before you get into generative AI. Generative AI, how do we make this happen, right? How do we make this happen across the organizations that you're in, the brands that you're in, agencies probably that you're running? There are 3 simple steps to make this happen. Number 1 is embrace it, right? You have to embrace that AI is here. It's not here to replace you, it's actually here to help you. So embrace it, right? Embrace that generative AI is here for the longer term. Second is to be able to actually build a small task force that actually is going to be experimenting with these tools because there's so many of these tools, lots of different use cases. So the way we are thinking about this is build a small task force that can actually inspire others to actually use it more often. And 3 and final is get everyone in your organization to start using it because there's so much that you can unlock in terms of productivity by everyone using these tools. So what are the tools that we are currently using, right? And I think there are so many of them, so I'm going to categorize them. I think the first and foremost that I personally use it for is a lot of strategy, a lot of research. And for that, I use both ChatGPT and Bard by Google. I think they both have amazing use cases. And Bard has a lot of relevant information, which is also pretty up to date. So it has a lot of things that you can also use it for. And because we're marketeers, Bard also has a lot of the Google data that you might want to kind of get deeper into. A lot of our designers are actually using many different tools. They're using DALL-E, which actually came out long ago, which is also by OpenAI, so do test that out. We're also using Midjourney to create virtual worlds that would not otherwise exist, and that's a very common tool that you'll see across the board. And finally, Adobe itself has Firefly, right? And I think that's the power of it. It's something that's already embedded into platforms that our designers are using, and that makes it a lot more easier to make that happen. And that's going to evolve as time comes along. And these are the 3 tools that I would recommend to anyone in the creative and design field currently. Video is the other area where we are seeing some amazing tools, right? And we've actually been able to unlock different kinds of videos that we can do with different tools. We've tried out Runway, where you can actually put a prompt in and videos are generated based on the prompts. We're also using a combination of DID, 11 Labs and Stability Diffusion to actually build talking head videos like the one you're seeing today. And we'll also put a link below in the comments as to what is the kind of video we made using that, right? And there's so much that you can do. There are also other talking head tools like Synesthesia that also allow you to do some of this, though not with your own face, but there's a lot of potential out there to create amazing videos using these tools. When it comes to content and copywriting, there are, of course, tools like ChatGPT and Bard itself that can help, but there are also other tools like Jasper AI that have been very useful to our team. In fact, Google also recently launched TextFX, which is also a generative AI tool for content and copy. So again, amazing tools to help you improvise on new ideas, but also generate amazing copy and content for everything that you do on digital. And this is not restricted just to copy and videos and content, right? It can also be technology and coding. In fact, one of the earliest tools that exists, which many of our developers use, is actually the GitHub Copilot, which actually allows you to improvise in the code and create new code for you and fill the gaps. And that's again an area which ChatGPT and Bard can also help. but GitHub, in fact, had done it many, many years ago, and definitely something for your engineers to go try out. And I really want to end this session by saying there is so much that you can do, right? And the point is to be able to experiment and get people to try it out and get inspired. And that's how you're going to unlock efficiency and productivity using generative AI in the marketing teams.